Hey guys, I'm Blossom.
And I'm Dave. Welcome to the Rude Customers Podcast.
How's it going?
Fantastic. So this is our Wednesday show.
What's today, Wednesday?
It is Wednesday.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So that would make it absolutely the Wednesday show. I love when I answer my own questions. How are you doing this morning?
I'm very hungover because thanks to you, which, no, it's a good thanks.
I'm getting a lot of blame.
You gave me wine from Greece, and I really loved it. It's the Alpha Estate. It's a Greek wine, and I really am just in love with it so much, but I'm also very hungover.
Which doesn't happen with you a lot.
No, it doesn't. But I had two bottles of wine.
You did. I mean, to be fair to her, I did have a little bit of each bottle, but she had most of them. She really went to town on them, but they were great.
Yeah,
they were really, really good.
Alpha, that last one was amazing. It felt like I was walking on the beach with peaches and then plum scents in the air. It was really great.
She said that last night too, so I know she really meant that. She was like, plums. It was so adorable.
It was good wine.
It's
guys.
honestly one of my favorite gifts I've probably ever given. Because I sometimes you just know when the basket's gonna go in, you know. It was just a perfect one, and I was just very happy because it's so
bragger.
Cool. No, I'm not even trying to brag. It's just I really enjoyed giving that one because I knew you'd like it, and I'm glad you do. That second bottle of wine, I tasted it, and what did I say? The second I tasted it, I said, "Oh, this one's different."
Yeah, it was pretty good. I loved it, guys.
And the first one was great. And that first bottle of wine
the first one was
fantastic.
really great, but the second one really just hit
level.
differently.
It's like when you drink Josh and then Josh Reserve.
Yeah,
it's almost like that. It's that next level.
Yeah,
it was really really good.
Yeah,
shout out to Josh.
I would agree. But speaking of things that are good or not good, we have a rude customer.
Do we? Oh, well, they just keep coming. They don't stop.
Well, here's the thing. I think today's theme is going to be. We don't see the context on what happens, but that's when you know that it's a real video.
Yeah.
You know it's a real video because you don't see
the setup.
Yeah, you don't see the setup as far as you just know like shit went down and then they took out their cameras and then here we are.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of warning you that you're not going to see a lot of context in these videos today, but I think the conversation is how do we handle situations like this? Because I'm starting to think, and we're going to get into the videos, but I'm starting to think that maybe employees need to have a pass. Just have a pass. You know, I know it's bad. And I know these customers want these employees to get fired. That's usually their go-to. You're going to get fired.
That's
you're going to lose your job.
Out.
You're going to get your...
It's goading.
Yeah. And I feel like there should just be, you know, in your job application, or not job application, but once you get the job, there should be something stating that you get one free pass.
At least.
And when I say free pass, I don't mean hit, but no. I just mean to just be like, F you too. You know what I mean? You get one free pass to kind of just be like.
One FU pass?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple things that I think is happening. I think one, I've never seen, I'm not going to say the world because we only live in America. People are angry.
Yeah.
People are mad about everything. They're mad about their quality of service. They're mad that they have to pay for just about anything.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everybody is just mad. They don't like dealing. I think COVID really did mess us up.
Like, I agree with you. I think really 2020, I think 2020 made people realize that they don't have to put up with what they've been putting up with before. I do think that's been a thing. However, that doesn't give people an excuse. It doesn't justify being rude all the time.
No, because it's the putting up with people is what makes us humans. Mm-hmm. If we didn't put up with people's idiosyncrasies and craziness, we'd just be animals because we eat each other. You know what I mean? It's like the fact that we have to put up with each other is what makes us sentient beings, because your feelings matter just as much as mine. It's supposed to be that way. But I think that's going on. I think the rise of influencing is also a big thing. People are chasing
nowadays,
and
I think we've stated this.
Video.
I think we stated this before, but nowadays, you know, when a lot of people are being recorded without them wanting to be, and that's what a lot of your footage is.
And then you got the media. You know, I hate to go right to the media, but the media really likes to be divisive when it comes to all this type of stuff and privacies and freedoms and what is and what constitutes what.
Well, you'll hear a lot of people say, excuse me, you'll hear a lot of people say that, oh, well, it's a public place. You know, I can film, and which is true. I mean, just get used to it.
Right.
But I could see also, I flip flop with this all the time.
Because
Like,
it changes.
yeah, because I could see how it's annoying to customers. I mean, annoying to employees. But at the same time, I'm like, oh, well, it's 2023. We're about to be in 2024. Let's just kind of deal with it. Because, I mean, that's
Well,
what it's
there is a
gonna be.
way.
What?
You know, it's funny because I would think we would both agree that restaurants and places should have cameras, their own cameras, their own setup.
For sure. But sometimes, good and well, sometimes those cameras don't work.
Agreed.
Sometimes, and you have to defend yourself.
Agreed. Now, I'm not saying that shouldn't be allowed. What I'm saying is, I think that there's a way to, if we put more effort and money into that security systems, like that, like universal, standardize it.
Do not put
what I'm
your
saying
life
is,
into your
that's
company.
not what I'm saying. I'm trying to get to a point. Hold on. I know you want to blow it up, but just give me a second. I'm just trying to get to the point of it. So I think that if you do that, if you can try to find a way to fix that problem of like inconsistency and all that, make it part of franchisee packages, there's ways to do it. But I digress. If you can do it with Comcast, you can do it with anything. It's possible. But I digress. When an incident happens, I think there should be a flagging system. You, as the customer, you should be able to authorize getting that footage, whatever the case, because you're not really in a public. You're in a public setting, but you're also on private property. Mm-hmm. You're also in somebody's establishment. You're also somebody else's proprietary business. So it's like, there is a gray area. So if we could agree on that, like if people could agree on that it might be a better system than whipping out our phones and shoving it into each other's faces, because none of that gives context unless you have like 50 different variations, which doesn't happen.
So
all
you
that
want
time.
it to be the employer's responsibility to have footage.
I want it insurance. I think it should be factored into some sort of insurance package. I'm not exactly sure how it would work, but some sort of ability to have just you request the footage from, because the footage is being taken. Now that doesn't solve all problems. I'm just trying to figure out a way to not have the cameras in people's faces.
I understand what you're saying,
what I mean?
Dave. I've listened. I understand what you're saying. But my question to you, Dave, is what if that shit don't work?
Then you have, I'm not saying that that's the solution. I'm saying that's part of it.
Okay.
I don't know how to fix it perfectly. Need more cameras, different angles. I don't
my
know.
doctor office is calling me.
Doctor office calling.
Okay, sorry.
No, you're good. So like we were saying, I don't think it's a permanent or a perfect solution. I'm just saying I'm really tired of, because employees, if you notice, most of the time we don't see the employees pulling out their phones. It doesn't happen all the time unless it's reactionary, and we never see that footage.
But I think
way.
we don't see and there's this one footage of the employee pulling out her phone.
But it doesn't happen all the time. It's very one-sided most of the time.
Yeah, because they're afraid of losing their job.
Of course. But what we're seeing though, once those cameras come out and that employee starts reacting, they're gonna lose their job anyway. You know, it's gonna, if they've already gone to that point where they're being that rude or they go back and forth, they're already on that path. So you might as well have the phone out or have a way to protect your employees. Because when do we see the McDonald's releasing their footage? When do we see Applebee's releasing their footage? In like, perfect example, we just covered it last week, the Starbucks thing. Mm-hmm. They have footage. Mm-hmm. They have cameras. They have their footage, and they did not support that employee. They did not use it to support him. They got rid of her.
Yeah.
And like you were saying, everyone should have a pass. There's a solution for that too. And I think it is in play. I don't think they fire as many people as we think they do. I think they rotate them. I've talked to a couple business owners now, not just the Dunkin' guy. Rotationary seems to be the way. On first incidences, almost no matter how bad it is, if it doesn't get physical, they're going to send them to another location.
Well, that Starbucks employee got fired because she said no to the refund.
Yeah. We also don't know how many times she may have had other instances. We don't know what else played. But that seems to be what they try to do, because there's not a lot of people in the workforce for those jobs right now. So they have to rotate them. Because it's like, what else can you do? No one's going to get, they're going to have to go to more automation if they don't fix this problem. I don't know if they train anymore. You know, do you remember these days where there would be like training videos and stuff like that?
Oh, no. Oh, wait, Dave.
I'm just saying. They don't seem to do any of that.
I worked a million and one jobs, and yes, they do train.
They still do that?
Yes,
they
yeah,
still
they
do the
still
videos?
do that. They still do the
standardized?
videos. They still do the whole sit down, you sit here and you watch these videos.
Man.
We'll train you, especially at Starbucks.
Yeah.
For sure. That you can't
Well,
go
you know
on
what?
the floor
Maybe
really
it's just as
without that.
simple as this is new. This whole new social media construct is still pretty new. Maybe it's just as simple as that.
I do think there needs to be. I just feel like employees should be able to take out their phones, and they should be able to do the same thing that rude customer is doing. That's what I honestly believe. I don't think it should be just one-sided, but I don't think employees should put their job, their career in the hands of an employer's camera either. I don't think that answers anything, in my opinion. And we can just agree to disagree,
I think but they're asking the opposite. They have to trust that the employee does it and the employee never does it. So it's like, that's what I'm saying. It has to go above just a franchisee. If it's insurance, if it's something that's above that almost every
So you're saying it should be federal?
Not federal. No, not because there's still privatized insurance companies. That's not federal. So no, it doesn't have to be necessarily federal. But I think that if this is a universal problem, there has to be a universal solution, because the solutions that we're having aren't working. There's nothing that's actually working. So if it's a universal problem, maybe and since it can be fixed by insurance, since this is a security problem, I'm figuring that might be the liability of insurance companies. Now, if that's the case, then why not have a standardized package to fix that problem? If they do that, that fixes your problems with what if it doesn't work? Because if you put more money into it, you make it a career, a job, whatever, something that's standardized, they have to put more effort into it. They have to fix that problem of reliability. So if that happens, you take everything else out of it. You requisition, you ask for the footage when there is an incident, and I guarantee that would stop people from requesting it, because nobody wants to do the extra paperwork. The reality is 90% of these incidences are frivolous and stupid and start over nothing. And if there wasn't the possibility of a viral video, most people would not fucking take it this far. And that's what I believe. I believe people have gotten lost in the chase for the video, want to pull it out, feel like they're right, put it on the internet and get justified, get those likes. If you take that ability away inside of a private establishment and have them actually requisition it, they won't do it as much. Because why? They look like assholes now. They actually look like they have to actually ask about what happened. Be like, well, I called them a f***er and I'd really like to see what happened before that. No one's going to do it. No one's going to do it. They're going to realize how stupid this becomes. And I think it collapses the whole thing, because now it just becomes lame. It's not cool anymore. Viral videos are cool. Insurance isn't. That's my solution.
What do you guys think? Let us know. If you are watching us on YouTube, leave a comment below. Let us know what you think. And I will leave that as the poll on Spotify, if you're listening on Spotify, what you guys think about that.
I think it's the most boring solution to a problem ever. It's really
it's very boring. So speaking of not boring, let's watch this clip and react to it. All right, so this looks like it's at a phone store, possibly an AT&T store, and we don't have any context, but this is more of the moral here is listen to how this rude customer, or not rude customer, but employee is reacting to the customer. It's just, I feel like this kind of correlates or associates with what we were talking about earlier, so let's watch or listen.
Staff's chest.
My face.
I'm asking you to leave as well.
I'm telling you to get out of my face. I need the name of the store owner, since this is privately owned.
It's private communications.
I already told you that. So get out of my face. Excuse you. I need you to leave. I'm not leaving. Ma'am, I need you to get out of my face. I'm not leaving. Get out of my face. Stop it. Are you gonna hit me? Stop it. Are you gonna hit me?
So did she slap her?
She just slapped her boobie. She just slapped that lady's boobie. I saw it happen. Now, to be fair to the incident, the employee made contact first. So the employee touched the phone.
I didn't get how the employee, she walks up to her and she's like, get out of my face.
She stepped to her while she was saying, get out of my face. And then she moved the phone.
And she moved her. Yeah. So she's the one who made the first contact.
So she's fired and she might have charges. Now, she then just got booby slapped. So I don't know. I don't know what the law says about that. I'm not sure how they feel.
She slapped her on her chest. So that's what it says, the way she slapped Staff's chest.
Chest slap.
And
yes.
I don't know. This looks like the employee. I'm not trying to blame the employee because I don't know what happened before, but it does seem as if she was wanting to fight.
Yep, she instigated.
I'm gonna call the police. Get out of my face, ma'am. Get out of my face. Don't touch my phone. Get out of my face. My phone. Get out of my face. You're really testing me right now. I'm gonna slap this woman. Go ahead, do it.
That final move was the move. Walk away. She should have done that from the beginning. Instead of walking towards her, she walks away.
Yeah, I love when you just can kind of, I think the greatest satisfaction in a situation like this where the customer has her phone out and she's like, I want, your manager's number. I want, I'm going to call corporate or whatever, right? And they're like, this is a private, But anyways, I think the best way to handle that is to act like you don't, like, write down the number. Here you go. Okay. Like, act unbothered, and she's going to be pissed because you gave her nothing. You gave her nothing. You gave her what she asked for, but you gave it to her with no care in the world. So she could put out her phone, record all she wants, but that's what you gave her. But instead, unfortunately, we don't know what happened prior, but walking up to her like that, and clearly someone else is filming because she has her phone out and we're watching it from someone else's camera. Yep. So the employee probably got fired.
I think so. She stepped forward. This lady in the yellow was a little fire, and she poured gasoline on it. Sometimes you gotta smother it and just get it out.
And then this looks like it's possibly either at a Walmart or at a Target. I don't know, but once again, this is one of those things that we don't know exactly what transpired prior, but this is kind of a little racist one. This is one, I think it's at a Target maybe, but it seems like this lady, to give you some context, this lady, she's a rude customer. She's in her little, what do you call those things?
Mobility scooter, if you're being nice.
Mobility scooter
if you're being nice.
At Target. And then you see the lady who's filming. She's like, how dare she tell the Target lady or employee to go back to Mexico or something like that. So, yeah, that's what's going on here. Let's watch.
Through that.
Let me find it for you.
You're going to help her? You're going to help this woman who was yelling racial slurs in your store?
Okay, so the text on here on the TikTok says, this couple was just going up the aisle yelling, go back to Mexico, be at an employee. And so the person who's filming, I don't think it's the employee. I think it's just a customer who witnessed everything. Yeah. That's what I think. The person who's filming.
This person is getting on this employee for helping this person. We don't know if this person knew it was going on, but I don't know. So
do you understand, for those who are listening? So there's a customer at what looks like a Target or whatever. She witnesses the customer on the mobility scooter yelling through the aisles, go back to Mexico B, to another employee. So this customer is now upset that this other customer is still being helped after she told the employee to go back to Mexico.
I think that pretty much sums it up.
Okay, cool.
Your store?
I'm a customer just like you.
Mind your business, what you say.
Yeah. You need to mind your own concerns, not ours.
What are you going to do about this, sir?
Make her leave. That's what you need to do. She's harassing me. I was just a customer. All I said was the lady needed to go back to Mexico. I don't need all this. Two people can play the video thing. Video thing is so stupid and immature. That's immature.
She's so old. She's like, all I said was she need to go back to Mexico.
That's all I said.
Yeah, she's so old.
Jeez. Could just go back. What's the problem?
I know, you can't even help people like that.
No, because she has no rationality towards it.
Yeah.
Now, there could be many different factors, but honestly, at this point, it doesn't matter. And the reason for that is, even if you don't feel it, everyone has to know at this point what is like majority socially acceptable to say and what not to say. I think most people know. They just don't care. They don't want to change. She's too old and entitled. She doesn't want to adhere. That's all. I'm tired of all the excuses. Well, old people are old. Yeah, to a degree, but we all know not to shout anything that's slurry like in a store in 2023. I'm just like,
She's old though. I'm not giving old people justification, but all I'm saying is, what I mean by she's old though, is that if I heard that from her, I'm not exactly going to try to, force her to take that back.
You're not going to take it too seriously.
Right. I'm not going to sit there. I'm going to like, okay, old racist person, she'll die off soon. You know what I mean? Like, that's pretty much my attitude.
There's an old saying for that. Consider the source.
Mm-hmm.
When you hear something and you just for a moment look at them
Consider
and go,
the source. That's a new mug. That's a new
you
mug.
like that?
Yeah,
Is that a new mug?
consider the source.
Consider the source. All my old man phrases are going to come in handy for your merchandising buying pleasure.
Consider the source.
Consider the source. You hear something you don't like, look at the person and go, oh wait a minute. I don't have to take this seriously.
I love it.
Clown shoes.
Is it in the lawn and garden section?
It should be. Let me look it up on my phone.
I'm confused about why you're letting her yell, "Go back to Mexico" at your employees, and you're here to help her find the bird seed and not to remove her from the store.
Because you have an employee that can't speak English. And I made a comment for her to go back to Mexico, and she can't speak English. This is America. We speak English. There is no racial slur in that. We speak English in America.
I'm going to assist this guest in finding some
I
bird
can't
seed.
speak Spanish. I'm not going to Mexico.
Over here. Sure. All right, thank you.
And they don't need to come here if they can't speak English.
It looks like she's trying to justify going back to Mexico as not a racial slur or things like that.
She doesn't understand that ignorance. The way
And here's
it
the
sounds.
I guess I could relate to her on some type of level of frustration, but that doesn't call for go back to Mexico, because one, who's to say she's from Mexico? You know what I mean? Two, like, who's to say did you just not understand her accent? Like, we don't know a lot of stuff, because I remember I had shared about a Chipotle incident where, the lady didn't speak any English, and, instead of a big thing of sauce, she gave me a huge thing of sauce. But you don't tell that person to go back to Mexico. No. You don't know if that person has a disability. You don't know if that person, I understand the frustration, but you don't know a lot of things. And all you did was look at her skin color, her complexion, and was like, oh, she needs to go back to Mexico, which is not okay.
Yeah. She chose low-hanging fruit. Mm-hmm. And like the reality is, what is it? Racism doesn't see logic. It doesn't see the logic. It's just racism is founded in ignorance. Mm-hmm. So it's and not understanding. It is what it is.
Oh, that was it.
That's actually pretty funny.
That's funny. Oh, that was it.
I did now. I started to snicker a little bit because I did you hear the guy?
What?
When she said he was trying to help her again, like where it was. I swear to God, I heard him say "uno momento," and considering this is all about Spanish speaking,
did he
I
really?
think he said "uno," and I want to think
I didn't hear
he
him.
did. I think he did it on purpose.
Really?
I want to believe it because that's something I would have done. I would have been like, when I hear people talking about like go back to Mexico, not speaking English, and then somebody asks me something and I have the ability, because it's something I say anyway. I do say "uno momento" a lot. I say "uno momento." I take it from The Simpsons actually, so it's a hilarious phrase, but I would totally use it right there. Oh my God! So I'd like to think that he did.
Oh wow!
But I heard "uno momento" and I almost started dying.
Damn. Okay. The things you miss.
I focus on the wrong things.
Okay, and then there's just one more video that we have to see, which is a lady just trashing a store. So if you're listening to this on the audio version, the lady's just trashing the store, you know. And I'm like, and I see these. Okay, actually, I won't tell you. I'm gonna play it, and then we'll talk about it.
Fantastic.
This is at a Walmart, guys. At a Walmart. Huh. Aren't they all?
They seem to be.
Down the fucking redo? Bitch. Bitch, yeah. How about that? No, we want to start some shit. Let's do it again.
It's fucking embarrassing. That's fucking embarrassing.
Welcome to Walmart.
Someone said, "Welcome to Walmart." I thought that was funny. Like, oh,
You threw that out there. Welcome to Walmart.
this is a normal day. All right, that's what's interesting to me. So you hear the Walmart employee go, "You're not allowed in here." And it seems like she's trying to shop or something. And he was like, she's not allowed in here. Maybe she stole before. Most likely that's usually when you're not allowed back into the store. But I don't understand this following her around. Just call the police. I don't understand this. She's basically just throwing everything down on the ground in the store. She's destroying everything, throwing clothes, ruining items. I saw her throw a white shirt, which is on the floor now. Like, who wants to wear that shit? Like, I'm just saying, like, I saw, and they're just following her around. Like, for what?
You can do nothing.
For what?
You can do nothing.
Call
you
the popo.
Exactly. Call them more. Get everybody on their phones and calling them. Make this a serious situation, because by following them, especially if you're pulling out your phones at this point, all you're doing is making this worse.
Yeah, and I feel like part of me is like, are you guys like instigating? I don't understand the need to be that close to her when she's terrorizing the store. She's throwing everything, and y'all are like face to face, so close to her. For what? It's not. What are you protecting?
Unless you're going to put your hands on her, there's no point in being close
what-
to her. And I'm not saying put your hands on her. What I'm saying is there's no point. There's nothing you're going to say to her. It's like, look at the state that she's in right now.
Yeah, but
look at the state that most people are in when they're in this frenzy. You're not going to say something and they're going to go, oh. And just leave. That doesn't happen. So if you're not gonna like throw down and protect your store, like, what are you gonna do? Just stop. Get away from them.
Not
Stop,
even.
stop.
Walmart isn't. That's not your money. What
Yeah,
are you
exactly.
doing? Call the police. Stand back. That's it. They're sitting there protecting the Walmart shit for what?
For what? They don't care.
Right.
They're looking for all you're gonna do is get yourself fired. That's all you're gonna do.
And she's throwing stuff at him, and he's still just like, it's like he wants to be in the crossfire. I mean, I'm not trying to come for this employee, y'all. This is a really rude customer. I just don't. The lady is overweight, and I'm overweight too, so I'm not saying anything. But what I'm saying is, like, I'm not trying to be near her when she's mad.
No.
Because she has more weight, and so, especially to this man.
She had a couple pounds on the guy.
Yeah.
And if we were sizing him up for a boxing fight, I think that most people would be like, tail of the tape. Dolores. I named her Dolores.
Dolores.
Yeah.
Okay. She don't look like no Dolores.
She doesn't
to
look
me.
like a Dolores at all. But if you have someone like that coming at you, it's like, look out, here comes Dolores. It just works for me.
All right.
Una persona se enfureció y está tirando toda la ropa de Walmart. La sangre de Cristo la reprenda. Oh my God. La sangre de Cristo está bien enojada. La sangre de Cristo.
¿La tomaste?
Así dejó todo Walmart.
¿Tomaste todo lo que fue haciendo? Wow.
Dejó todo tirado. Una customer se enojó y tiró toda la mercancía.
That's it.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. There is other jobs at Walmart besides just cashier. I think there's a job called security.
I don't think every
You know what I
Walmart
mean?
has security
They gotta
though.
have some sort of security.
No, I
no?
don't. I
You think so?
don't. No, because the one near, well, it's closed now. They're changing it into a Target, but the one near me, they don't have security.
Not even a guard, you don't think? Man.
No, they don't. They have greeters, and that's it.
Wow.
They don't have security.
They should fix that. That might help. That might help because then it's not on the employees. It might just be a mindset thing for me. If I see a security guard there, I can go do your job. I don't have to do someone else's job or do something I feel is my job when it's clearly not. Because when you start getting in a customer's face, the employee is looking at you. They're not looking at you as an employee anymore. They're looking at you as another word. It's called liability. Because that's what you are. You are a potential lawsuit now. If you do anything to that customer, you are a potential lawsuit for the company. So you have that security guard there. It's someone else's job. That's what I think. Maybe it's just a mindset thing.
No, you're right. But I think the more that I was watching that, the more I was like, oh, I think maybe the reason why now you have 3 of them on one side, 3 of them on the other side, something like that. And I think that was more to protect the other customers just in case. And I felt like they were thinking about liability that way. But then I was like, who's thinking about liability towards them? Because this lady she's already thrown stuff at this man. Granted, is he injured? No. But still, like, I would be upset that I have to go to work and I didn't sign up to get things thrown at me, but yet I'm ordered. You can even sue over that, to be honest.
Oh, yeah.
Suing over being security, even though you're not security. I mean, that's ridiculous that all those employees who were not security had to sit there and act like one. Exactly. So I definitely agree with you there. It was very strange, just how they all had to they seem actually kind of normalized to it. They seem pretty unfazed. They seem pretty unfazed by it, and that's what was also kind of weird.
Well, you heard the guy. Welcome to Walmart. We're desensitized to everything. Like that. I've been to Walmart a million times. I've seen some things, but I've never seen that. I've never been in a Walmart I've never worked in one, to be fair, but I've never seen somebody just like at a random Walmart, me walking around doing shopping. I've seen videos, but I've never seen it in person. Somebody throwing clothes and stuff. I've never seen that.
I have.
Did the person come with you?
What?
I'm just asking if the person came with you. That's all. No, like, were you a part of the situation? Did you witness it? Was it a friend of yours? I'm trying to get the story.
I witnessed it. I took it so personal because you were like, did the person come with me as if I came with the rude customer?
No. Sometimes you don't know you're with a rude customer or somebody who's...
it wasn't my mom, y'all. It was not my mother.
I wasn't trying to implement that. I was just...
It wasn't my mom.
Because the way you said it, it's just like, because it's not a normal thing to see all the time is what I'm saying.
I've seen it all the time. I've worked
all the time?
I have. I've worked at Walmart.
That's...
I worked at Walmart, so I've seen it all the time. Yeah, you just assumed that my mom was a rude customer.
No, I didn't. I was asking for the situation.
See, Mommy, if you're watching this is what Dave said.
That's right. It's your fault.
But anyways, no, I've seen it quite a few actually. Even when I applied for a job at Kroger, while I was like signing my first day, filling out all those forms and give them, my bank information, everything to be set up, the upstairs, there was a lady who like was shoplifting and they caught her, and this man goes, is she shoplifting too? And they're like, no, she's a new employee. I was like, oh gosh, oh Lord. So yeah, that was insane. Like, I've always had a bunch of stories just about working everywhere actually. But yeah, that's Walmart for you. I don't know, why is it you never really see this at Target? What is it? Well, you know what? Target is more expensive than Walmart. And I think the whole ideology is that no, we're not going to go there too, because there's people who are luxurious and are still rude as customers.
Oh,
but
God,
I think
yes,
the argument is that the reason why you see a lot of people at Walmart or more Walmart incidents is because, Walmart people are trashier, even though that's not true, because I've seen so many people that go to Walmart.
Now, I've been to Walmart in Vegas. I lived in Vegas. There's elegant people who go to Walmart. There's a Walmart in Andre Agassi's neighborhood. You know what I mean? It's like, so yeah, it really is. It could be time of day. I don't know. People are just people.
The location too.
That also does matter. Everything in life comes down to 3 simple things: location, location, location.
Man, I'm so hungover, guys. I'm
This is
really
one of those get through it
hungover.
type of mornings.
I'm so hungover.
Want to start drinking? A little hair on the dog that bit your ears.
This is why I don't respond to you.
Why?
Get off my hair.
Oh, goodness gracious. Great balls of
Jeez.
fire. I'm sorry. It's beautiful. You know what? I'm
God.
starting to agree with you. That length is too long.
Anyways,
It is.
I don't listen to him.
No, she doesn't. This is
No.
true. I'm just saying, Bloody Marys exist for a reason.
This is why I ignore him.
If you've ever had a Bloody Mary, please put it in the comment section below. Have a Bloody Mary if you're hungover. It's good for you.
If you're 21 years or age older.
Obviously, don't be drinking if you're underage. That's illegal.
Anyways, y'all. I'll probably edit that out, and I will.
All of my best material, I feel, is on the cutting room floor.
Yeah, because you're gonna give us yellow dollar signs.
Yeah, that's probably true.
But any last words? Because I think I might go back to sleep after this, y'all. But it's been nice to like have this moment with you guys. You know. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting us. We got our most viewed video yesterday, which was 20 views.
Yeah, we're seeing. Our last video was old enough to vote and drink. It's old enough. It's legal. 21. Thank you guys for all of it. It's been a lot of fun. I think we're taking over Folgers. We're the best part of waking up. And I appreciate you guys being here with us. Look for all of our new merch, but all of my old man sayings coming soon.
I feel like we should just wear our merch, right? And then after a year, we can sell our merch. We should just wear it.
Okay.
Because we don't, like, we have fans, but not really.
We'll make them want it. Yeah, we'll make it exclusive. We'll release one shirt for every 100 followers or subs that we get. We'll release for every 1,000. We'll make it real
It's
exclusive.
limited, y'all, because we're limited, you know. We're special.
We're the bar.
Yes,
okay?
people are the bar. People are, you know, wanting our stuff because we're just that important, you know.
People want to be us.
We are on that Spotify 2023 most listened to list. We sure are. Yeah.
You know it's true.
But
It's
anyways, y'all, thank you for watching and listening, and we will see you back here tomorrow.
Good morning. Let's chug to 2024.
Bye.